Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. As always, your boy Kevin in the studio, back with another update video on the portfolio. And as you can see, today the market was super bloody red and a lot of people are freaking out. And this is why I'm always telling you guys to make sure to do your research and that you know what you're investing in. Because if you don't know what you're investing in, then you're gonna freak out, you're gonna sell out like I've done myself so many times. Whenever I jump into a stock that's like super hyped up, I just get in to try to make some profit. And as soon as it goes down, I know nothing about the company and I freak out. So I just put my stop loss and I get out and I take a L, right? So that's kind of what happened to me today, but I'll explain more about that later on. But today, as you guys can see, we're down $2,717. To start off, you know that my portfolio is a majority of my portfolio, like almost 95% of my portfolio is Tesla. So I have two accounts. I have my Robinhood account and then I have my Webull account. They both hold Tesla. My Webull account is only Tesla, right? So whenever Tesla goes up, my account goes up like crazy. Whenever Tesla goes down, my account goes down like crazy, right? So today Tesla was down like 5%. I want to say, yeah, 5.26%. Okay, so a bunch of people are freaking out because Tesla goes down, but if you've owned Tesla for the longest time, then you'll already know that Tesla is super volatile. Just like last week, we were at 800, then we went like literally last week. This was February, okay, January 29. So what are we today in February, like 10? So literally like 10 days ago, we were down to 793. And if you're anybody who's super smart and doesn't get scared, you would have bought the dip. And then immediately after the dip, it went back up all the way up to $872. So, you know, to $872, sorry. But something that you should know is that the whole market, every single stock, no matter what stock it is always gonna go up and down, up and down. And that's just something that's super natural with stocks. And so once you understand that stocks go up and down, and once you do your own research and convince yourself why you're investing into the company that you're investing into, then whenever the company goes down, then you're gonna see it as an opportunity to buy more. You're gonna see it as an opportunity to get that stock on sale. So right now, if I had more money, I would be loading up on Tesla because I know that next week, okay, so maybe in the next month when earnings start coming out and there's a lot of speculation that Tesla did super great in Q1 or not, then I think Tesla's gonna go up if it is great. And when Tesla announces their new vehicle, the new $25,000 vehicle, I think that this thing is just gonna go it's gonna go above $900 for the first time. Like we did hit 900 bucks previously, but we didn't stay above 900 and we didn't really hit like 920, 910. I think we just went to like literally 900 and then boom, everything went back down, right? I don't pay too much mind to it because I know in the long run, like maybe in a couple of months or even in a year, I know Tesla's gonna be worth way more than it is right now. And I do know that some people are speculating that we are in a bubble, but Cathie Woods from ARK Invest has been saying that we're not in a bubble. And if you know who Cathie Woods is, you know she's like the goddess of this century. Like she's the god in investing, right? So I'm not even an expert in this, so I'm not even gonna tell you what I think, but if she says that we're not in a bubble, we're not in a bubble, so don't be worried about that. And then like in a few weeks when the stimulus checks come out and the government puts all this money into our economy, I think it's like $1.5 trillion, so that's right, not millions, not billions, but trillions of dollars into our economy. I think that everyone with their stimulus checks and, you know, with the government printing out money and putting it into our economy, I think that these stocks are just going to continue to go up. And if we do see like a little bubble or a little pullback, I think that can be by towards the end of the year. Tesla is down today, and let's see how much money we lost from Tesla. So Tesla, we're down negative $2,387. And that's kind of like typical. That's Tesla. It always does its thing. And then yesterday, if you guys still haven't seen this, Audi, you know the car maker, they put out their new car, the Audi Etron. And I actually retweeted it. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Okay, so they put out their car and basically somebody made this graph to show like the comparison between the Model S Plaid Plus, which is Tesla's like most premium car. And then they put it against the e-tron and then the Porsche Taycan. And basically the e-tron GT from Audi, it cost $140,000, so equivalent to the Model S Plaid Plus. But it's just a car and it only has a 238-mile range. Whereas Tesla has the new 4680 batteries that can last 1 million miles of the car. And it also has a range of 520 miles and it has a horsepower of 1,100. And it goes from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. That's faster than the Audi Etron. That's faster than the Porsche Taycan. And not only are you getting a car with the Audi and the Porsche Taycan, and I get that those cars are super beautiful and they have like really good craftsmanship, but who cares about that stuff? We care about value and we want to get the best bang for our buck, right? Getting a 238-mile range isn't really going to cut it, and that's in ideal conditions. And with these cars, the e-tron and the Porsche Taycan, you can't even charge it up to 100%. You can only charge it up to 80%. So meaning that you're not going to get 238 and you're not going to get a 200-mile range on these cars. You're probably going to get a fraction of that, maybe like 198, maybe like 150, 180. So like you're not going to get anywhere with 180 miles. And besides just getting a car, with Tesla, you're getting the hardware and you're getting full autonomous driving, right? And it's $10,000 more, but it just goes to show how far ahead Tesla is. And Porsche and Audi are like the best automakers in the world. These are like super expensive cars. These are luxury cars, right? And even these luxury cars, they can't compete with Tesla at a value proposition level, right? So I just wanted to show you guys this to show you guys like how far ahead Tesla is. This is why I always emphasize to know what you're investing in, because whenever the stock does go down, you're going to see it as an opportunity to buy more, right? So Tesla's Elon Musk also bought more Dogecoin today. And if you guys saw my previous thumbnail, and I actually shot a video yesterday, but I didn't post it up because I looked at it and it was kind of boring. So I just decided not to put it up. Although I probably should have put it up because it would have aged really well. But basically in my video yesterday, I was talking about like, what if Elon Musk actually bought Dogecoin? Like, what if he bought Dogecoin, and what would that do for the price, right? I was thinking about that yesterday because Elon Musk always likes to leave like little clues behind, and like he was saying like, oh, Bitcoin, he put in his bio, and then a few weeks later, boom, $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and then he's always pumping Dogecoin, 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 and then boom, today he announced that he bought Dogecoin for his son, and let me show you guys the tweet. So that's his son, and he bought it for him. So I thought that was cool. And little X is his son, Lil X, but his son's name is like AE12. So I'm not really sure what that stands for, but you can look it up. So yeah, he bought a Dogecoin for his son, and that kind of like made the Dogecoin spike. So I actually I did pick up some Dogecoin today at like not a good price, kind of like high, but I just put in like 200 bucks, 300. I think I maybe put like 300 bucks, but no, I put in like 250 bucks, but I kind of wanted to get into Dogecoin just to get some of the action. Like I honestly do think that it can pump to like 25 cents or maybe $1 in the future, maybe by the end of the year. Who knows? But I want to be part of that action. So I just put in a small amount of money that I'm comfortable with losing or going to have. Like if this goes to 150, like I'm not going to be so upset about it, and it is what it is, right? Okay, so Elon also announced that he's gonna be going on Clubhouse with Kanye West. So I'm really excited to see what that's about, what they're gonna talk about. And I think that this is a lot of good publicity for Clubhouse. And I know a lot of people are trying to get into it. If I do get some invites, I will invite some of you guys. You guys can just leave a comment down below if you want me to add you guys. And from my understanding is like the more meetings you join on Clubhouse, the more invites you get. So the more active you're on the app, the more invites you get, right? So definitely leave a comment down below if you want me to add you to that. I'm gonna try my best to get more and more invitations. Okay, so for Bitcoin, there's this guy called Michael Saylor, and he's the CEO of MicroStrategies. And basically, he's like an expert in Bitcoin. And let's just see what he has to say about Bitcoin and why I still am super bullish. And actually, like, he's the person that I've been doing research on, and I've been looking at his talks and what he has to say about Bitcoin and going on in the future in the industry, right? So this is what he says. Okay, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is engineered to convert your balance sheet from a liability to an asset. It's 1,000,000 times better than gold. It moves at the speed of light. More than 100 million people are using it now, and approaching 1 billion users in 5 years, with millennials leading the way. What I'm getting from this is that millennials are gonna adapt Bitcoin whether or not the government likes it or not. And you know, like I said before, Bitcoin isn't so apparent here in our country because we have a stable economy, because we can sue, because we have rights. So in our economy, we don't really need Bitcoin that much. But in third world countries where there's a lot of activism going on, like the thing with Nigeria and SARS, they were trying to form groups to revolt against the government, right? But the government was just freezing people's bank accounts or freezing people's money. So basically, their money had no power. They couldn't do anything. So a lot of people here in the US and people in other countries were sending Bitcoin to people in Nigeria so that they can then convert that Bitcoin into cash and then, create whatever, like buy gear for like any like protection or buy guns, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so another interesting tweet that I saw that I kind of liked from Michael Saylor is, as corporations adopt Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset on their balance sheets, they replace a non-performing asset with the best performing asset, choosing volatile appreciation over stable depreciation. This Bitcoin strategy benefits all shareholders over the long term. I think what he's trying to say here is that yes, Bitcoin is super volatile. Yes, it goes up and then it goes down. But the thing is that it goes up over the long period of time. Versus the dollar, the US dollar, it's not as volatile, but it's always depreciating. So the trade-off is that you have a lot, with the trade-off with Bitcoin is that there's a lot of volatility, but it goes up, right? So it's like a no-brainer. But the thing with cash is that people like cash because they think that it's safe. But what he's saying is that cash goes down in value. It has depreciation, a stable depreciation, right? So right now the government is going to put in $1.5 trillion into our economy. Boom, that's it. The dollar went down in value. So that's like another tweet that I found super interesting. And this person is all in on Bitcoin. I think like a large percentage of his company, I think he has like $2.5 billion worth in Bitcoin, is in Bitcoin. So I think like the more and more CEOs that start adapting Bitcoin, the more and more it's going to become legit. And now I know that Twitter is also in the talks of adapting Bitcoin, but they're still not too sure about it. So they're still doing some research on that. But I think that once it does happen, more and more, again, the dominoes effect is going to happen and more people are going to start buying Bitcoin. So I think that's super cool. Okay, so obviously yesterday Bitcoin was pumping because, Tesla and buying $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. There was a lot of hype around it. So obviously some people are going to take their profits on Bitcoin and whatever, that's okay. The more the price goes down, the better, because I'm going to continue to buy. And a lot of companies are starting to adapt it. And I think the image of Bitcoin is changing. Before it was like for people who did drugs or people who wanted to launder money. But now Bitcoin, the narrative behind Bitcoin is changing and it's becoming a more positive thing. And I think that it's being spoken about more in, like mainstream media. So I think those are super good signs. And some people are speculating, especially Kathy Woods. So she said that Bitcoin can go up to $400,000 if everybody from the S&P 500 puts in 10% of their balance sheet into Bitcoin, right? So at that point, Bitcoin has already been accepted and it's gone mainstream. And because there's only 21 million Bitcoins, this is going to send the price through the roof. And you're going to want to be in that. So that a Bitcoin is definitely a long-term strategy. It's not so much to try to collect as much Bitcoin that you can collect today. Your goal is to just have a lot of Bitcoin in the future. Your goal is to keep holding that Bitcoin over a long period of time, right? Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much the update on my stock portfolio. And on Robinhood, we're at 57. And if you guys want to see my Webull account, we are at $23,500. So overall, we're at like $80,000. I think last time we were like at 85. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens within the next few months. And I'm looking forward to seeing like everything grow. And okay, so I hope you guys stay in the green. And with that being said, hit the like, hit the sub, and leave a comment down below. It really means a lot to me. And I love you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.